Hello everyone, it's the FarmSim here, hope you're all doing well. It is finally here, we have got our hands on the premium expansion Farming Simulator 22, so I thought we'd have a quick jump in, have a look around the map, get our head around some of the new things that have been added, have a look at the crops, have a look at the productions, and just generally get a feel for what we have got. Hey everyone, FarmSim here, hope you're all doing well. Just a quick minute of your time to say thank you to G-Portal for sponsoring this video. As a partner of G-Portal, they have been supporting me and providing high-end stable servers that really optimise the multiplayer offering for my community. G-Portal servers are trusted by over 10 million players every month, and they support some of the biggest multiplayer games in the world, such as Minecraft, Assetto Corsa Competizione, Ark Survival Evolved, and of course, Farming Simulator 22. G-Portal understands the passion that we have for farming. That's why they've crafted the perfect environment for you to cultivate, harvest and expand your digital farm with your friends. With high-end performance servers ensuring seamless gameplay so you can focus on what matters, playing the game. With G-Portal servers, you get more than just a server, you get reliability, speed and 24/7 support from their dedicated team of experts. G-Portal will have you online in as little as 3 minutes, and all Farming Simulator servers come ready for mods with 1 GB of storage included as standard. You also have the option to upgrade that to 25 gig if you want. All servers are crossplay compatible and run on the latest NVMe SSD hardware. You can customize your server selecting the number of slots, expanding your mod space and choosing from locations in the US, South America, Europe, South Africa, Asia and Australia. So, say goodbye to the lag and hello to uninterrupted farming bliss. Being the preferred and official hoster of Giant software, G-Portal servers are optimized for Farming Simulator, ensuring you get the best possible gaming experience every time you log in. So, what are you waiting for? Elevate your farming experience and play online with your friends with G-Portal gaming servers. So there you go. If you'd like to support the people who support me, why not head over to gportal.com using the link in the description below and save yourself 10% off your next server with them. Right, let's get back to the vid. So first and foremost, I think we should do the obligatory map tour, let you get your bearings, and then we'll take things from there. So let's jump into the PDA and have a look. As you can see here, an Eastern European vibe to the map, a lot of strip fields, and as we drive around you'll get a feel for it as well. We have the train as well running down the right hand side there, which takes your sails off to Erlengratt of all places, so again you can utilise that as one of your sail points. Now we start right in the middle of the map here on the starter farm. We are in new farmer mode, so we'll have a look at the machinery as well, and as you can see here we have the shop just next to us. We have a town here. There are some sell points and productions down at the bottom and a few more up at the top there. But to all intents and purposes, it's quite a simple map. Now, we're going to obviously have a look around and you'll get a feel for the size of the fields. They do feel small. Again, very much the type of map it is. But I think that's quite nice from a variety point of view. I have to say, it's stunning as well. Really nicely finished. You can see some of the improvements and the upgrades that have come from Silver Run Forest in the last expansion and to this map being carried forward. Some of the textures and details very, very clear. In terms of crops, there's our 3 new crops: red beet, carrot and parsnip, and there are a few fields of each of those around the map, so we'll go and have a look at the textures and what they look like as well. In terms of smallest field on the map, I think we're looking at field 3, just 1.1 acres and coming in at a value of £7,174 dollars. Our biggest down here is field 55, which has some additional forestry or woodland next to it as well. That is coming in at 147,660 and is 22 acres. So you get a feel for how big or small the fields are. But it does mean you'll get through a lot of different stuff very, very quickly. Right, back to the starter farm. There's your farmhouse. I'll leave the triggers up for now so you can see what's what. There's your farmhouse. Like I said, I'm quite taken with the level of detail of the textures in the game. I noticed it straight away when I logged in, that it feels very sharp. They've really upped the textures, I think, in quality. And something I definitely picked up when we were in Silver Run as well. That's something I think Giants are moving towards with a view to what's coming in FS25. So you can open these and go inside, which is good. I think maybe a criticism of the initial maps in FS22 that on the farms there was a lot of decorative buildings, but you couldn't use them. We've got a chicken pen here. There you go. With a transparent, like there's no fence here, so we've got free run chickens, which is quite nice. Some of the machinery, we'll come to that in a little minute. Obviously there we're looking at a carrot harvester, but again, doors open, so you can utilise this for storage if you want. Machinery or whatever you see fit, to be honest. A little bit more machinery over there. You have a silo there. So pretty basic, actually. There's not much more to this than the fundamentals that we've got here. There's your combine harvester down there. Down onto the road here. We will jump into the van here and have a drive around in a little minute. But again, nice textures, nice dirt textures on the road, things like that. And there we go. Right, so here's our plan. What I think we'll do is we will drive out of the farm. What we'll do is we'll go this way. And we'll drive down, and we can get right through to the bottom here and back up. So we'll have a look at what we've got here, which is the grain mill. And we'll have a look here at the potato processing plant as well. Let's jump in the van, and let's have a look around. Obviously, this is my first time. I haven't really had a look at this other than making sure it worked. When I downloaded it, so this is literally my first drive around the map as well. So let's go and see what we've got. Right, here we are, heading down the road to our first sell point. This is the grain mill at Zilonka. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But we'll drive in here. This is literally just the one sell point. Drive through and underneath, but again, nice textures, really nicely finished. Like it a lot. Nice and wide as well, so you can get large vehicles in there should you wish. Again, you get a feel for some of the fields as well, and the paths and tracks around those fields, and also gives you a little bit of a judge of how big some of these fields are as well. I thought that was the way out, but it's not. Let's go around here. Right, back onto the road. Let's just spin around here. That's pretty sturdy suspension on this truck. Over another bridge there, and on our right here is the potato production point. So let's drive in here. We'll buy this so we can have a look at the outputs. So driving around it, there is your tip point. Right, potato point bought. Let's have a look in the productions. And there we go. Potato chips. 3 different varieties depending on which oil you want to use as well. So a nice use for potatoes. I know there's a couple of mods that have done it up until now, but nice to see that in the base game and with an appropriate crop like potatoes that are produced in large numbers in Eastern Europe. Now, can I get out of here? I can. There we go. Right, let's head back to the road. So back on the main road here now, you can see there's actually quite a lot of kind of, I'm going to say wasteland or barren land here, like bushes and stuff in the fields, but all this can be turned into farmland, I guess, which is quite nice. We're at the edge of the map already here, so we're going to turn. You can just see the railway line there. We'll come and have a look at that in a little minute, but railway line just there as well. But we're going to head over this way, I think, and run along the bottom of the map. We'll jump into the PDA just to give you your bearings here. So there we are, just running down to the bottom right hand corner here. We're just going to run past the debris crusher there. There it is. So you can sell your stones there. Now this won't go that far. We'll get a blocked road in a minute. So actually I think maybe that is the last road we can take. We might have to go a little bit of off-road in a while. Yes, there's the edge of the map. So you can see the map going off into the distance there. So nice edges on the map, as you would expect. So this is our road. We'll cut across the fields now. over to the main town. So again, there we go. You can see these square fields. Lots of space around them as well, so should work well with helpers, which is good. Now we've arrived at this junction just here. I'm going to drive up because there's a farm here. So a second farm. So if you choose not to start on the starter farm, there is a second farm here with a silo, which is good. Looks a similar layout to what we had at the starter farm. And then just here is the biomass heating plant as well. So you can sell your wood and straw there if you want to. Right, let's go back now. Again, look at these, not marked as fields on the map, but you can see here a lot of grassland here. So that could be utilised should you wish to use it. Right, turning back onto the track here, and we have our first sight of some of the new crops. And there we are, carrots. You can see them sitting at the top of these ridges here. Nice texture on the leaves there. We will look at those in a little bit more detail in a later video, but there is your crop. Very nice. So again, just to give you your bearings, we have run across the bottom here. There was our carrot crop that we just looked at. We're going to run up the road here and join the main road again, just next to the dairy. So again, just running around, letting you see some of the scenery. Onto a little bit more of a finished road here. And we're going to hang a left here. You see you can run up there. That is the starter farm just up there. You can see over in the distance. Let's roll around here and join the main road where the cars are there. So straight over here. Try and not get hit by anything. Straight over here is the dairy. So again, milk sell point. Does all your productions for milk there as well. Nice bit of storage, couple of nice big sheds there, things like that. Looking good. Look at the rims on this truck, they're quite nice, aren't they? Right, let's head out. We're going to head north now. I cannot get out of there. Let's head north on the road up into the town. So here we are running into town, and right here is the soup factory. So again, let's buy this and have a look a little bit at the productions. So if we buy this and jump into the productions, I noticed that was 135,000 for that. That's quite expensive for a production. But there we go, soup factory, triple soup, which is, as you can imagine, carrots, red beets and parsnips, and then you have each of the individual constituent parts for the new crops, and then finally some potato soup as well. So I like that. Nice new production. Nice and simple as well in terms of required ingredients. Right, heading out of the soup factory, over there is a farmer's market, so a big sell point there. And then as we head into the town proper, we have got some kind of industrial buildings there. These nice flats with the artwork on the walls, very in keeping, very Eastern European thing that. And even the style of the buildings is a little bit like that. Gas station there. Looking really nice. So like what I said about the textures and the detail, it feels really crisp. Everything feels really crisp and sharp, which is nice. Let's head up here a little bit further over this bridge. Another road running underneath it. It's a very big town, actually. Lots of stuff going on. There is a church, I guess. There's a park there. Nice park. And then we're into a little bit more of a housing area. Lots of people walking about as well, which makes it feel nicely lived in. Again, this detail's lovely. Very nice. So we're travelling all the way through the town here. Up to another sell point just here. That is your piano fabrication point, I believe. Let's just buy this as well and have a look at it. So we've purchased it now, but it's not showing up in a production chain, which suggests to me that this behaves very much like the boat and the roller coaster did in the Platinum expansion. So again, like I said, we're going to look into these in a little bit more detail in a future video, but I'm guessing you drop off the constituent parts as and when you need them. So it starts with planks, and then after that you add further things, and you can see the progress percentage meter in the bottom corner as well there. So interesting one that. We'll come back and have a look at that. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit of a review of the new productions in a second video. So for now, we will leave that as is. Right, pulling away from the piano manufacturer there, we have got the supermarket there as a sell point, and we have the bakery over here as a production, and we'll keep going because up here we have another new production as well. In fact, I've gone past the animal dealership. Let's do a U-turn and go back and quickly have a look at that. Right, if we turn down here, I believe we can get down the back of here. Yes. We can run down here past the bakery, and here is our animal dealer. So we pull in here, there is your, I guess, sell point for animals, and there is your buy point. It's interesting, it's slightly differently laid out to what I've seen before, but on the map here it does say animal dealer for both of them, so I'm guessing that's slightly different, unless I've completely never picked up on that before. Right, let's head back to the main road and head up to the other new productions nearer the top of the map. So we're still travelling through the town here. Like I said, it's quite a big part of the map, the town. Now, in here is another new production. This is your preserved food plant. So in here, and we'll jump out and we'll purchase this as well, just so you can see what's in here. There we go. Preserved food plant gives you preserved food carrots, parsnips, and beetroot. So if you like your pickled vegetables, this could well be the production for you. Very nice. Oh, look, there's one of the stalks as well. We will, in fact, let's fly up and have a look at them. Definitely one of the features and one of the stars of the map are the stalks. You see them flying around quite a lot. Very nicely finished, those. Look at those. And you see them all over the map as well, which is nice. A nice feature. I don't know what it adds other than just ambience, atmosphere, and just a bit of detail. It's nice. I like touches like that. Brings the map alive. Anyway, no time to be looking at the stalks all day long. We've got work to do. So, let's head out of here. Again, just up here, outside the city limits now. We have got carpentry here as well, so where you can bring all your wood products. And that is us very near the top of the map. Like I said, that town virtually stretches the whole length of the map. Now, I think this might be my last road I can run along here as well. Let's just jump back into the PDA again, help you get your bearings, and we'll have a look at where we go next. So yes, in fact, there are no roads, although there was a track there, there are no clear roads over. So what we'll do, though, we'll drive down there, and we'll head over, and we'll just have a look at the train station here. There's a sawmill there as well. So again, one of your off-map sell points can be done from here. It looks like we're going to drive past some red beets as well, so we'll have a look at those in the ground, and then we'll try and find some parsnips too. So here we go. There's another field of carrots there on our right. I've seen a couple of those now. But yes, the river is here. We need to find a bridge. There we go. We had to run down the edge of the field there a little bit just to get to a point where we could get over. But we'll loop round now. Keep an eye open for some red beets. The suspension on this truck is something else. I think these are our red beets just here. A rather bright green field ahead of us. So again, let's just jump out and have a look at those so you can see the texture while they're growing. There you go. Nice, actually. Looks very real with the red veins on the stalks. Very like a beetroot. Right, so here we go. You can see the network of roads is pretty good here. There's the train going past as well. We've got a new train, custom model again. Not just done a lift and shift from the other maps, which is nice. Pleased to see that. Well, yeah, we are right on the edge of the map there. And I think the same with a lot of the production points and sell points on the map. They've not just done a lift and shift. They've created new models, which is nice. I like to see that. So we'll run along here. Here is, I believe, our train station unload load point. And behind it is the sawmill as well. So over the tracks. Like I said, the suspension is non-existent. He's dropped it. He's lowered the suspension. And yes. Well, there we go. And there is your sawmill, so you can see all the wood there. You can purchase, convert to planks to then be taken off to the carpentry or to the piano point. So, nicely done. And again, your ramp here for loading up the train there. You can rent your train there as well. That's pretty tight, that, between the ramp and the building. You'd be hard pushed to get a large wheel loader in there, but I'm sure you could cope. Right, back over here. It's shaken to bits. Just a little bit further around here, there is the grain pool east as well, so another grain loading point if you want to put your grain onto the train and send it off to get sold off the map. We're going to run down to the main junction here, and then we're going to double back to the farm because there is a field of parsnips along here as well that we can have a look at. I think it's just coming up at this junction here. There we go. There's a nice train bridge over there as well, as it appears on the map. And around we go. Again, gives you a chance to see some of the detail and some of the landscaping of the map, which is nice. I'm quite taken with this, I have to admit. So here we are. You can see the farm ahead. Now I believe this field just next to the farm is parsnips, but it looks like it's been harvested. There we go. Let me just jump out here. That is the harvested texture for parsnips. So obviously dropping all the leaves on the ground after it's been done. We'll quickly jump in and set this to a growing phase or a ready to harvest phase, just so you can see what it looks like. So there you go. That is it in its third and final growing stage, sitting on top of the ridges there. We will look at how you plant and work with the new crops in another video as well, but I just wanted you to see what they look like here. I think they look pretty good. They've done a great job with these textures. Right, back to the truck, and let's very quickly pull back into the farm, and we'll have a quick look at what machinery you get in new farmer mode. So it's not going to be all of the machinery that comes in the expansion. Again, we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail another time, but this is what you get to start off your new farm. So there we go. Let's start with the medium tractors. You get the Fiat and you get the Zetor Crystal, which is a great tractor. Love that. Combine harvester, the classic Deutz there. This pickup from 1984 with horrendous suspension. 2 trailers, which is nice. The class Carrot 140. You excuse the pun. And the Welget. Obviously header for the combine. Vegetable technology. So this is your harvester. This is your special vegetable planter. Very small one, 4-row that one. You've got yourself a disc harrow here as well. Traditional seeder, the Nordstern, that's from the base game. These new weeders as well from Gorenk. Header trailer, weights, and in miscellaneous we have a pallet fork. So, not much to get you started, which is quite nice. Of course, the game brings a lot more vehicles than that. In fact, if we jump back in, I will show you what you get in the premium expansion. So there you go. There is everything from the truck there, a small tractor, the 2 medium tractors, the Zetor and the Fiat that we've just looked at. You've got a new Samaz mowers, a Samaz tedder there, 2 different weeders, which is nice, FarmTech trailer, We've got a slurry spreader, or manure spreader, beg your pardon. That is our cultivator. That is our planter or seeder. We have also got a couple of a disc harrow, a cultivator, and then this is quite a nice seeder, this, with a cultivator on the front as well. Looking good, from Farmet, one of the new brands. And then Bednar, you've got, this is an interesting one as well. You've got this tank, you've got, obviously here, you've got a cultivator, but then you've got this tank, which you can obviously then attach to, so that'll take seeds and fertilizer, but you can also put a subsoiler behind it, or you've got this planter and cultivator as well, so a direct drill planter or seeder. You've got sprayers here, 3 different sprayers from Agrio. This one looks quite nice. Very nice. We'll maybe have a look at these in a little bit more detail again in the future. And then you're into some of your specialist gear for planting your vegetables. So first and foremost, these 2 Grimmy ridge creators. So you can see here the shape behind them, and then we'll cut those ridges before you plant your vegetables. And then there you go, these very small planters. Well, that one's small, this one's a little bit bigger. This one's 6 meters, so you can cover quite a lot of ground with that, I think, in these small fields. And then you're into your harvesters. All 4 of them here from DeWolf. In fact, dare I say it, there's more than 4. There's 5, 6 in total. So there you go. Top lifting harvester to pull vegetables out of the ground. Another top lifter there. Another top lifter. 4 top lifters. In fact, 5 top lifters. And then the big beast here. So the remove foliage option, I think that you have with other root crops, maybe isn't required here, which is interesting. Must lift off with the foliage on top as well. We shall do some experiments on that later on. There we go. Pallet fork then. This is a bigger pallet fork, almost turns your tractor or vehicle into a little forklift there. That's quite a nice little touch. A shovel there, and we have a vegetable pallet as well, and that is your lot. So lots of new and interesting things there as well. But there you go, that was a very quick whistle-stop tour of the new map, Zelonka, and some of the features of the new premium expansion. I am going to be doing stuff all over this weekend ahead of the official launch on November the 14th. Now remember, if you like what you see here, you want to support the channel, by all means, and you haven't bought it yet, by all means, feel free to use my code FARMSIMGUY when you purchase. I'll put a link in the description below as well. But if you don't want to use my code, be sure to use your favourite modder or content creator's code and make sure that you support them. But for now, from me, keep tabs on the channel over the weekend. We're going to do live streams. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on the crops, on some of the productions, and we're just going to have a little bit of fun with this. So jump on, ask any questions, and we'll see what we can do for you. But for now, from me, the FarmSim guy, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.